So good evening to all. Hope you all are doing great. So in this video, we'll be discussing about Morepen Laboratories share. So we know that the Q2 result of Morepen Laboratories was declared. So we'll discuss the results and also we'll compare it with the previous quarter results and we'll try to find out how much increment is present in the profit as well as revenues. So about Morepen Laboratories, we have earlier discussed about this almost 2 to 3 months back. We have discussed about Morepen Laboratories. So we have discussed the complete fundamentals of the company, including what are the various products that it does, the manufacturing related to the medical sector. So everything was discussed. So watch the earlier videos as well if you are new to this particular stock. Okay, so Morepen Laboratories, we know that since many weeks as well as days, we have seen much consolidation in it, even though it was trying to give a breakout from the levels that we have discussed, whether it may be the 30 rupees level. So it was facing some resistance and it was retracing back. So since the quarter results today they were declared and it has posted some very good results and which is showing some positive shifts that may be seen in the coming sessions. So we also know that the vaccine, also the news that has been released by the European countries regarding the COVID-19 vaccine, that 90% accuracy was present. So currently if we see SGX Nifty as well, it is trading near 12,700. So much positive news is present in the market. So tomorrow we can expect a heavy gap up with huge rallies will be seen in the stocks. So in previous videos also we have discussed some excellent stocks, whether it may be Affle India, also it has approached, it's trying to approach the 3000 rupees level. Almost we can say 50 to 60 rupees difference is there to approach the 3000 rupees level. So very good stocks have been discussed. So watch them and clearly understand the levels and then only invest according to your we can say investments, or we can say budget. Okay, so quickly we'll see the results and then we'll switch over to the volume analysis followed by technicals to find out the next possible levels. So if we see the results that were declared, so first when we discuss about the profit, so if we see in the Q2 and if we compare with the previous year quarter, so you can see an increment, heavy increment is present. So earlier quarter it has reported only almost 4.08 crore profit. So currently it has reported 27.16 crore profit. Next, when we see the revenue of it, so year on year you can see almost 57.6% increment is present even in the revenue. Next, when we see earnings before interest and taxes, so you can see that has also incremented almost, you can see double increment is present from 15.05 to 31.74. Next, margin percentage, you can see it has also increased almost 239 bps. So everything when you compare, you are seeing increment based on year. So as usual, pharma sector has reported some best quality results, especially during this pandemic time. So nothing much surprising. So this particular company, even though it was facing some problems and losses in its previous quarter, so that has been compensated. So many people were requesting that they were struck at 23-24 levels. So what can be done? So clearly today it has given some extraordinary movement. So 7 to almost 10% movement was also seen at a point of time, but later again little correction was seen and it has closed almost near 8 to 9% positive movement was seen in the stock. Okay, so since it has given closing above the resistance, that is we can say 28 rupees 27 rupees level, so which is a very good resistance for that, which was facing the trouble to give a breakout. So we'll go to the technicals also and we'll see where will it stand in the coming sessions. So before that, quickly we'll go to the volume analysis. So before that, if you see the shareholding summary, if you see 59.8%, so you can see 59.8, almost we can say 60% is present with the public itself. So huge quantity with the public, and rest of all you can see promoter is having very little quantity, 34.5 is present with promoter and other institutions are having minor quantity. Okay, so not completely diversified, so major is present with the public. Okay, next when we see the volume analysis, so clearly what can you understand when you see the volume percentage. So when you see combined percentage of deliverable quantity, so you can see it has just crossed 42%, 43%. So that is the average deliverable quantity that we have seen on 9th November. And what can you see? So little bit of traded quantity is increasing, so little cautiousness should be present. So not that much amount of awareness because results are also positive, so that may be some boosting to this particular company. But correction if it happens, so we'll discuss the levels as well. So we know that two things always happen in stock market. So even when a company posts extraordinary result, it doesn't mean the stock should continuously increase. And in the same way, if a company reports we say not great results, it doesn't imply that it should continuously fall down. So either or may happen, so you need to be prepared in both the directions. So as usual, don't invest in heavy quantities. So when we discuss the levels at each support, you need to invest half of your investment and rest of all in the second segment if any further correction happens. So that is what I insist in all my videos, so as even if the correction happens, the amount of loss that we'll be getting will be minimum. Okay. So if we see the returns that it has reported in 1 week, so you can see almost 17.93% returns. So 3 months back we have discussed about this particular stocks, almost 28.7% returns were given in 3 months. 6 months 76.72, 1 month only flat returns 2.07, and 3 years we can see 50% returns, and 10 years 362.5% returns. So penny stock. Okay, so in long time frame it has given some good results. Okay. So if we see what the indicators are suggesting, so clearly if you see the money flow index, you're seeing it at 74.8. So it has entered the overbought region, and similarly RSI you're seeing at 67.1. So that is also is almost trying to approach the overbought region. So even though both of them are in overbought, so you need to understand that completely any stock when it approaches overbought, it doesn't imply that it should come down. So it takes its time, it halts in that overbought region for certain we can say certain days also, and after that only we may see some small reversal. Okay, so you need to wait patiently if you want to have a perfect entry, but if you want to do any positional or short term trading, then you can have an entry. So we'll discuss what can be the level. So now we'll go to the technical charts, so we'll have a clear view of the previous levels as well. Okay, so we're back onto the technical chart. So this is the 1-day chart. So these are the same two levels, that is the channel that we have discussed in earlier videos. So you can see 22 was the very good support for it, and 27.49. So you can see previously also it has tried to give a breakout from that. It has given breakout, but next 2 days immediately we have seen some continuous downtrend. Even the market situation was not that great. So you need to understand one thing. So whenever any stock is giving breakout from any particular level, so you need to understand that market condition also should satisfy with that. So this belongs to pharma sector, so you need to see how the pharma companies are behaving at that particular time and how the market sentiment is also present. So if Nifty is in downtrend and Nifty pharma is in downtrend, and if you're investing at heavy quantities, so you need to be very cautious, because when Nifty index itself corrects, so major stocks when they start correcting, obviously these small stocks definitely they will also show the correction. So there we fail the what we say channel breakout. So currently again it has given the breakout. So today sentiment was very good in the market, and also the quarter results that were declared were also very positive. So that's why it has closed above the resistance, but selling pressure was also present. So you need to understand that. So if you want to invest in this particular stock, and if you've already not invested, so you can wait for the 27.49 level. So let it sustain above that, let it give a closing, so then only we can invest in this particular stock, whether it may be for positional as well as long term. Okay, so that is one good level, and rest is 25 rupees level. So what are the two levels that we are going to discuss? First is 27, after that we have 25. Okay, so these are the two supports, and immediate resistances would be 31 as well as 35. Okay, So these may be the next two immediate resistances. For that, first it should give the movement above 31 rupees level. So if that happens, then we can go for the 35 rupees level. So we have discussed some very good stocks. So technical analysis is very important. So when we discussed Adani Green, 900 rupees has been successfully achieved. So we have discussed around 300 rupees. So you can expect how much amount of returns it has given. So that is very important. So Apple also today, nice movement was seen. Okay, so watch the videos completely, so then only you'll understand the technical. So if you skip in between, so you'll misunderstand what I am telling and what I am trying to convey, what can be the exact targets as well as levels. Okay, so this is the levels for Morepen laboratory. So as usual, money flow index as approaching the overbought region. So you can previously also see it stays in that particular zone for a particular time and then only it retraces. Hope you're understanding. So this is the basic levels of Morepen laboratories. So if you want the fundamentals, do watch the earlier videos, and if you have any doubts regarding any share, do mention in the comment section so that I will make a separate video. Okay, so this is all about Morepen laboratories. So if you like the video, definitely like and subscribe. So until then, take care. Bye bye.